What's up, YouTube? Hey, it's Dale again. Just wanted to do a quick update, first of 2023. Let everybody know what's going on with the bus, what I've got planned for the next few months, and just general information that if anybody's interested, you'll be all caught up on the Slacker bus here in about 10, 15 minutes, however long it takes. Let me get the camera turned around. We'll get started. Show you what's going on inside the bus and what's going on outside the bus. And here we go. Well, maybe. All right, here we are inside the bus. As you can tell, there's not a whole lot different going on. I haven't done that much on the inside or even on the outside. I've just been kind of cleaning up the homestead here a little bit, doing odd and end jobs. First thing you might notice is I've actually mounted 3 small fans uh, above the kitchen area, which actually will give me, air when I'm cooking or whatever. Plus, where the couch is, they actually blow onto anybody. If I have guests over and it's a little bit hot, then those guys, 3 or 4 of them have their own fans going on. The other thing that I've done on the inside, I don't know if you'll be able to remember, but I actually had these magnetic toolbars up, to hold knives and stuff like that. What I found was that while you're parked, they did a good job, but anytime you were traveling, the magnets in this particular bar aren't really strong enough to hold things in place if you're bouncing up and down the road. So what I did was I went back to my old school. These are Harbor Freight toolbar magnets meant for holding, screwdrivers, pliers, stuff like that. So it's a little bit heavier duty magnet. So I'm replacing what I had with these. I've got several more to install just yet. This particular toolbar, like I said, came from Harbor Freight. Years ago, they had a promotion where if you bought something, you could get a toolbar for nothing. And I used to go in and buy, $2 worth of paintbrushes or whatever and get the $4 toolbar for nothing. So I do have quite a few of these that I can still use. The fan that I bought is a 3-speed fan. And I don't know, there again, I just got these off of Amazon. You can see the name of it. I usually don't do links. I'm not that skilled at, all that kind of good stuff. These just run about $18 on Amazon. And right now I have 3 of them up, and they're just kind of daisy chained together. I'll probably put a 4th one and maybe even a 5th one back here in the sleeping area, simply because I like to have a little bit of cool in the evening. I still at some point do plan to take this window out, put a window delete with a hole for an air conditioning in it. The plug and stuff is already wired back there for it. So at some point I'll do that. But right now I think this is going to serve me pretty well for what I need to do in the next few months. Also, on top of the refrigerator, I don't know if anybody really remembers this, but I had this bar up here originally this summer. This was all just made out of PVC because it was something I had, right before I left. And I'm a guy that I like to hang my shirts and stuff up rather than fold them. As a slacker, I'm just too lazy to fold things up, so it's easier to hang them. With it being made now out of 1/2-inch pipe, it actually serves as a anti-tip mechanism when I'm traveling, although I do actually use a ratchet strap to hold it in place while I'm traveling as well. So I shouldn't have a problem with that. Let's turn around here, see if there's anything else going on that I forgot to tell you about. Oh, back here, again, all my chairs, my table, and my ladder will be just ratchet strapped here against the wall when I'm traveling. I did go to a little bit smaller table than what I'd had in here over the summer. It just, the table that I had was, not that it's too big, it's just, this is one of those things that I'll probably only use once in a while. So it's like, why have that big thing in here? I may actually at some point make a different top to go on it. There again, pretty much just kind of looking around. That's pretty much it on the inside. I do have, just right now, I'm doing some tests with the Jackery, so I've just got it sitting up here. Right now, as you probably know, my solar, the panels and everything have been installed, but Michael will be coming here first part of February to actually do the rest of the install, which everything will be under the bed back there. Let's step outside here. Try to explain what's going on out here. Get turned back around, and one of the first things you'll notice, sorry about the shadows, but this step I just made the other day. This is actually a small work platform that I bought years ago. I'm sure you've seen them. They're usually about 2.5, 3 feet tall. I just cut the legs down on it because I hadn't used it in years. And I said, well, that'll make a good step for the outside. So I cut it down and it's ready to go. Then we walk around the back, which the only reason we're doing that is because this is where I got the ladder right now. I did buy a new ladder for the bus, and it will allow me to get up on top of the roof deck, which, to answer somebody's question, no, I haven't actually even been up there yet. There again, at some point I do want to get up there with a pole saw and actually trim these branches out from this tree, and I need to get up and finish the 2 benches up on the top. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks I'll be doing that. Then we walk back around here and I'll introduce you to the newest member of the Slacker Box family of transportation. I actually, over Christmas holidays, which by the way, I hope everybody had a great holiday season, but I bought this electric bike, and the reason I did that is because I usually, or the last 6 years, every year I've gone to the Schoolie Swarm here in Central Florida. And the last 3 years, the location they've had it at, we were actually able to rent some golf carts for the week. Weren't too bad. I think, I want to say they were about $250 for 10 days. Well, unfortunately, the company that we had been renting from no longer does that. And the closest competitor is like $500 a week. So I said, you know, for $600 I can buy one of these electric bikes, give it a try, and see, you know, how I like it. Obviously I won't be having passengers with me, but at least on a 70-acre piece of property should make it a little bit easier to get around. We'll find out here at the beginning of February, and maybe I'll do a report on that and let you know. I can tell you I have actually ridden this on the road out here, and it pretty much hauls butt for a bicycle that you don't have to pedal, and makes you look like you're doing a lot of work, but you're just going. Anyway, so that's that. There again, I haven't, at some point I will be putting some kind of a sealer on the deck. Haven't done that yet because, as most of you know, this deck was all raw wood when we installed it in the Adirondacks over the summer. So I'm trying to give it an opportunity to at least dry out just a little bit before I seal it. So hopefully, I don't know, mid-year I'll probably put some kind of a, you know, Thompson's deck sealer or something on it. And like I say, I do have to get up there and actually cut some wood and finish the benches. So then that anybody that wants to can get up there and, you know, sit and drink a cup of coffee or look at the stars, whatever. Again, you know, right now things are a little bit messy simply because, like I said, I've been pulling stuff out of the bus, trying to figure out what do I really need, what don't I need. When I go to the Schoolie Swarm this year, as I did last year, I'll probably have quite a bit of stuff that I'll be basically just giving away. Obviously, if somebody wants to leave a donation, that'll be great. But if not, if they can use it, I always tell them just take it. The table that I was talking about earlier, I actually built this table probably 5 years ago now. It was in the box truck, and it's basically just a, wooden cabinet type thing. And I got an old ironing board, and then you could just set it up and adjust the different heights however you want it. You could have it all the way up and have like a standing workstation, or down and have a table. I think the smaller table that I have now will work a little bit better for what I plan to do. So anyway, once again, like I said, been unpacking tools out of my shed and trying to get things straightened up around here a little bit. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I think it is, I have to go to an event with my oldest son. He's an ultra runner, or a runner, and he's doing a 100-mile race. And I told him if the bus was ready to go, I'd definitely go and support him on that, which now it is, because a lot of you remember when I was coming home, I realized that my kingpins were going out on me, and made it home safely. Actually got the bus into a shop here locally in Lakeland, and they redid the kingpins. While they did that, I had them replace all 4 shocks, and they actually inspected the front brakes for me, and the guy said the front brakes looked like brand new. So it's like there's no sense trying to do an inspection on the rear brakes, because there again, I know I'm assuming things, but you would assume if the front brakes are good, they probably back brakes are all right too. So there it is. Once again, here in about 2 weeks, I'll be going to that ultra race. Then at the end of January is a tiny house festival over on the west coast of Florida. I'll be at that. And then I'll be at the Schoolie Swarm mid-October, mid-February. Hopefully, probably the end of January, Navi will be showing up here in the front yard. It'll be here for a few days by itself. One of Mike's friends from the Adirondacks is actually going to be taking a short vacation, and they agreed that they would bring the bus down here to Central Florida and leave it, and then I'll take them over to Tampa. They'll fly home. Then Michael and Jeet and his dad will fly in, and Mike will do the install on my solar system. He's actually got another job lined up to do while he's here. Then I'm assuming Mike, Jeet, and his dad and whoever else will be going to the Daytona 500, of which they always have done since I've known them. They've invited me, but with it being the same weekend that the Schoolie Swarm starts, I've, pretty much committed always to being at the Swarm. So who knows, maybe one of these years I'll get to the 500 with them. I know they have a great time at the race, and it should be something. It should be, that I make a priority. But there again, this year probably not. Maybe next year if they still going. All right, anyway, this is pretty much what's going on here. If you got any questions, comments, whatever, leave those down below, and if I can answer it, I certainly will. Again, I hope everybody had a great New Year and holiday season. Stay safe, have fun, and keep your projects rolling, and we will see you on the next one.